Hi, I'm Harry. I've always been into farming since I was about 2 years old. I was brought up on a farm until I was about 5 or 6 and moved to a house in Australia. My dad is now a farm worker and I really hope to be like him when I grow up. This is why I've chosen farming to look at and climate change. Climate change is a huge thing in the world. It's slowly decreasing the population of some animals like the polar bear below and is making a huge effect to the atmosphere. It is mostly caused by burning fossil fuels and releasing gases which get trapped and allow the planet to heat up. If the planet continues to heat up, it will create severely dangerous storms and floods. Carbon dioxide / greenhouse gases take a huge part in this. If people keep on letting carbon dioxide into the air, it can make our energy budget very out of balance.
Okay.
Climate action is one of the United Nations sustainability goals. To address climate change, countries all over the world signed up to the Paris Agreement, where everyone from different countries agreed to try and limit the temperature increase to 2 degrees Celsius. This took place on the 15th of December 2015. How do greenhouse gases affect climate change? Many greenhouse gases contribute to global warming. Gases such as water vapour, nitrous oxide, carbon dioxide and methane. Carbon dioxide is known to have the biggest effect on global warming as it stays around for about 300 to 1,000 years. Carbon dioxide accounts for most of the nation's emissions and most of the increase since 1990. Electricity generation is the largest source of greenhouse gas emissions in the United Nations, followed by transportation. Emissions per person have decreased in the last few years, but that doesn't mean anything that carbon dioxide has the biggest effect on global warming. Nitrous oxide has its place on helping global warming increase, as it enhances the greenhouse effect just as carbon dioxide does by capturing re-radiated infrared radiation from Earth's surface, subsequently warming the troposphere, lower the atmosphere. The atmosphere's nitrous oxide concentration has been growing due to human activities. Methane also has a major effect on global warming. If the gas enters the atmosphere, it will absorb all of the sun's heat and warm the atmosphere. For this reason, it is considered a greenhouse gas like carbon dioxide. Water vapour is a greenhouse gas that also endangers our atmosphere. Water vapour is an effective greenhouse gas as it absorbs long-wave radiation and radiates it back to the surface. When compared to other greenhouse gases, water vapour stays in the atmosphere for a much shorter period of time. This does not mean to say that it is not an exceptionally dangerous gas. Food production is said to be the cause of over 1/4 of greenhouse gases that are released into our atmosphere. The United Nations have reported that people are consuming so much meat and dairy food that farming is now responsible for up to 14% of all greenhouse gases. Methane production. Methane is a short-lived gas that is created by animals' bodily functions. It is the second most dangerous greenhouse gas, but carbon dioxide is the most dangerous as it stays around for centuries, affecting our plants and our air. Methane stays around for about 12 years and eventually breaks down into carbon dioxide. Methane leaks into the air and absorbs all the sun's heat, slowly warming the atmosphere. A lot of carbon dioxide is emitted to the environment through exporting and importing different food. For example, lamb from New Zealand has travelled half the way around the world. You may have thought that harvesting silage, harvesting grain, ploughing and sowing fields is just something that young children find very entertaining. Well, no. Farmers are releasing a great deal of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere and ruining the air that we breathe in. Carrying the machinery in the back of the tractors creates a vast amount of carbon dioxide, as the tractors are burning lots of fuel. Farmers spread various chemicals on their fields called pesticides that kill insects and other creatures in order to stop them destroying their crops. A lot of pesticides are fumigants, which create nitrous oxide, a greenhouse gas 300 times more potent than carbon dioxide. Does veganism have an effect on climate change? 1.1 million people have followed a plant-based diet at the beginning of 2020. Now it is known that 1.5 million people have gone vegan since. Vegans think not eating meat increases your health in a big way, as you aren't digesting as much meat fat and all the nasty stuff that comes off of the animal. They think it is better for you because you are eating lots of plant protein, minerals, fibre. Vegans also think it is better for the environment because they believe that farming animals produce 40% of the world's greenhouse gases. A major report on land use and climate change says the West's highest consumption of meat and dairy produces fueling global warming. Many people are becoming vegan as they think the world is slowly shrinking from all the burnt fossil fuels and gases that are entering the air. Scientists say that more people could be fed using less land if individuals cut down on their meat and dairy intake. By removing meat and dairy products from your routine diet, vegans say you can instantly cut your carbon footprint in half. Mexican avocado farms. As many people are becoming vegan, the farming of avocados has dramatically increased ever since Mexico got rid of the bollworm. In Mexico, the Western avocado craze and consequent rising prices of fueling deforestation is 5 out of 10 avocados globally produce there. On top of this, a mature avocado orchard uses nearly double the amount of water as a fairly dense forest. Soybean farms. A lot of vegan food is made by using soybean. Various aspects of soy production generate greenhouse gases that contribute to climate change. Tropical countries like Brazil, Argentina and Paraguay face emissions from deforestation and area conservation. Soybeans produce lots of gases including hydrogen, carbon dioxide and lots of others. Salad and vegetables. Unless vegans only buy organic foods, they'll have been sprayed with pesticides to kill off bugs. These create greenhouse gases.
Go.
The NFU has set the ambitious goal of reaching net zero greenhouse gas (GHG) emissions across the whole of agriculture in England and Wales by 2040. So far, the total GHG emissions that come from agriculture have fallen by 17% since 1990. In 2017, 35,000 agri-environment schemes were in place with farmers in England, boosting biodiversity and enhancing the environment, reducing methane. Farmers can fight climate change by reducing their livestock methane gases, as methane absorbs all of the sun's heat, which warms the atmosphere. Farmers can help reduce methane by putting additives and supplements in animals' feed, which reduce methane. Fertilizers. The use of controlled release fertilizer inhibitors to increase efficient use of the nitrogen and reduce emissions. Renewable energy. Many farmers have also diversified to produce renewable energy that helps power than an average of 10 million UK homes. Organic farmers trim their hedges every 3 years and always leave a patch of grass under the bottom, so it allows animals to create their habitats and encourages biodiversity. Storing carbon dioxide. Bioenergy with carbon capture and storage, BECCS, the process of producing energy from organic matter and capturing and storing the carbon produced, could deliver GHG savings of up to 20 22 mtco every year. Implementation of the industry-led bioenergy strategy by BEIS, a clear carbon price trajectory, and multiple demonstration projects at different scales will be needed to achieve this. How can we help? People can help lower farmers' carbon footprint. Lots of shops sell local farm products such as milk, cheese, cream and meats that were reared in the local area, etc. People decide to buy transported food, often because they are cheaper, but there are lots of farmers that sell their fresh dairy and meat products that don't have to be transported. Mole Avon, a North Devon agricultural shop located in Crediton just outside Exeter, has a local milk machine with milk provided by the local farming community. Transporting food is very bad for the environment, as whatever transportation they're travelling on is burning lots of fuel, which releases greenhouse gases that are finding their way into our air that we breathe. Always remember to look in the shops that you buy your food from for the products that are from your county or country. Remember, buying local food is making a huge improvement to our air, so remember to look in your fridge and make sure there are no imported products. Although scientists say that going vegan could help save the environment, many people continue to eat meat every day as it is a life choice. If farmers were to go organic and create their own electricity, such by using wind turbines and solar panels, farmers' effect on climate change would be a lot less. But if people don't stop buying local dairy and meat products, we won't get anywhere while trying to stop climate change. Personally, I wouldn't go vegan as I have always been a meat lover, but I know I can make an effort to stop climate change.